Hey there, people. Too Tall here. Been a fair piece since I sit down and took time to make a video for y'all. It's been a busy half of the year so far. It's been at least 6 months, I think, probably close to that since I can remember making a video. Just getting busy work-wise, and life, just busy happenings and goings, and dealing with health stuff with either myself or kids, or this or that, just one excuse after another. Anyway, had something come my way that I figured was worth taking the time to share with you all. You probably appreciate this. For those of you that are familiar with any of my videos, have been following me, you know that I'm into old saws. I'm tipping the camera up so you can see there in the back. It's my old saws in the collection. And I've made it no secret that I have a special place in my heart for old pioneers. Now, you don't see too many pioneers running around up here in Alaska. Every once in a while you get one. That p40 that I have, that I built here on camera some time ago. That one, it was one special acquisition there. Old man, friend of mine that works at one of the dump transfer stations, had acquired that from a widow that was gonna throw it away. It belonged to her husband that been a logger in Northern California. And when they moved up here, he drug that old saw with him, and he had since passed away, and she got tired of tripping over it in the garage, so she was getting ready to throw it in the dumpster. And my friend John come along and saved it, and ended up giving it to me. So anyway, yesterday, my wife and I both are in bed, and occasionally I'll get on her Facebook page. I don't personally have Facebook, but I get on my wife's Facebook page and look at the marketplace, and on there cruising and looking at chainsaws and various things. And this guy has a post. He's got 4 or 5 different chainsaws. All but one of them were stills for parts, but he had this one Pioneer p40. Well, it turned out that my wife knows the guy. He frequents the senior center where my wife works. Well, anyway. This is one heck of a find right here. You have no idea how happy I am. I mean, this thing, pretty clean, pretty straight. I mean, it's been used. It's got some use. I like the fact that it's that full wrap. I'm a big fan of full wrap handlebars. Big filling spike. Anyway, and yes, it runs. Took quite a few pulls to get her going. When my wife brought it home, I'm not sure how long it had sat, since run. And, let's see if we can fire it up here real quick. The compression on it's kind of, it's not horrible, but it's not great. Middle of the road. Yeah. other than starting it up for about 20-30 seconds when it first came onto my property, and just now, that's all I run it. So my intention is to clean it up a little bit. Little bit that I have run it is pretty obvious to me. It's clunking around in the clutch. These little things are kind of notorious for being awfully verbal on the clutch side of things. Some of them I've noticed that's just how they are, and then sometimes it can be an indicator of a weak clutch when they start rattling and chirping and tinging like a bell at you. Anyway, I'll clean it up and inspect things. I'm definitely going to put a longer bar on it, because me being too tall, I got to have that long bar so I don't have to stoop. So I'll put a 28 on this. That's really about all these things are good for. It's about a 28, 66 cc displacement, so it's exactly comparable to that of a Husqvarna 266 displacement wise. That being said, I printed off some specs on this. That would be fun to share. So this is from I can't remember the actual website. When I printed this off, it cut that portion off. It's a, I don't know if it's an arborist website. They're chainsaw collectors. That's what it is. It was a chainsaw collectors website of some sort. Acresinterest.com or something like that. Anyway, so for the most part, I found over the years with the various saws that I've searched on this website, the information, 9 times out of 10 is pretty accurate, although there are some exceptions to that and discrepancies. So if I quote some information here that somebody out there knows better, well, I'm sorry. I'm just giving you what I got. So take what I share with a grain of salt. So year introduced, speaking again of the P40, 1973, and year discontinued, 1976. Displacement 3.97 cubic inch, which converts to 66 cc's, as I previously mentioned. The cylinder bore is 47.6 millimeters with a stroke of 36.5 millimeters. Piston has 2 rings. Piston type is aluminum, cylinder type is aluminum with chrome plated bore. Intake method is reed valve. There was not an advertised horsepower rating. This does have the anti-vibration system. Let's see, centrifugal clutch, die cast magnesium construction. It's got a Pioneer breaker point type magneto, Tillotson HS carburetor. Let's see, says the maximum engine RPM was 9,500 under load, which I find interesting. Nowadays most chainsaws max RPM is max RPM. There is none of that max RPM under load that I'm aware of, but at least not that I've seen advertised. Usually when you're talking max RPM, it's maximum achievable RPM. In this case, for whatever reason, they rated it at under a load. Let's see, the ignition timing on these are 30 degrees before top dead center. Breaker point settings, 0.017. I don't know that I'm going to go on with the rest of all this little nitty gritty details. The fuel oil ratio that these were initially meant to run on was at 24:1. With the, as many well know, with the improvements in oils nowadays, these old saws, you're typically not going to hurt them running a 50 to 1. At least I haven't. I usually err on the side of caution and run like a 40 to 1 in all my saws, especially the older ones. But yeah, I wouldn't hesitate to run a 50 to 1 on this, especially knowing that I run a good oil. I run a Lucas brand oil. Now, would I grab some cheap like Walmart oil, mix it to 50 to 1 and run in this? Probably not. Probably wouldn't do that to any of my saws. Probably wouldn't be caught running Walmart oil. And as I previously mentioned, 28-inch bar is pretty much your maximum recommended bar length, as it states here. Yep, and that's that. So anyway, there you have it. Another wonderful addition to my collection. Can't wait to get a proper bar and chain on this and take it out, cut some wood with it. May very well do tomorrow. I'll get it all squared away here tonight. As soon as I stop this video, I'll start cleaning this up and get another bar and chain on it. And then if all goes well, if the opportunity presents itself, I'll go cut a little firewood tomorrow, which I've been needing to do. I've been so busy. Typically, what are we here, the middle of July, usually by somewhere mid-June, I have all my firewood put away, and here we are middle of July, and not even close. So thankfully, I always, well, not always, but typically put away more than I need every year. So that helps me in years like this year when I'm kind of running behind. I still have a pretty good poke of wood out there, so I'm not running too frantic. So anyway, well, I guess I'll call it quits, y'all. So y'all take care now, wherever or whenever you might be. Bye.